Every moment you spend playing with your child is a huge investment for their future. Your child doesn't know that they are learning, but behind every giggle, every frustrated attempt, and every triumphant moment, it's building a foundation for their future. So, in this video, I'm going to share 5 such activities that I try and include in my son's playtime. All of these activities are fun, they encourage independent play, and the last one is completely free of cost. So, let's dive in. First up is this set of 3 wooden boards for shapes, alphabets, and numbers. The quality of this wooden board is quite good. They don't have any sharp edges, so it won't hurt your kid if your kid were to step onto them. I introduced it to my son when he was 1.5 years old, and I gave him the shapes board because I think he needs to get a little bit older to start learning numbers and alphabets. But he loves to play with the shapes board. It's a great way to teach him about colors and different shapes. This toy focuses on your kid's spatial thinking, which is basically which piece of puzzle fits where. Your kid will try and fit a circle into a rectangle, and when it fails he'll try another one, and when it fails he'll try to fit it into another shape, and that's how they build mental rotation skills, which is basically the ability to manipulate and rotate a 2D or 3D object in your mind to understand how they would look from a different perspective. And this is huge for STEM later in life. Every time they persist through frustration and try different approach or different shapes or remember where a piece goes, they're building their problem solving and memory muscles. Once you show your kid how to try and fit a shape into its place, they will quickly learn and replicate it for all kinds of puzzles. Now, speaking of other puzzles, we also have this very basic 2-piece animal puzzle. My son cannot put the puzzle pieces together as of now, but we try and find what fits together. For example, I will show him half an elephant and I will ask him to find the other half of the elephant, and he'll look into the pile of puzzle pieces and he's very happy when he finds it. So this kind of play promotes pattern matching and visual discrimination. Every time he completes an elephant, he'll make that trumpet sound, which shows making visual recognition and social knowledge about the animals. So while you're playing puzzles with your kid, make sure to have different connections, like this is a lion, the sound of the lion, where does he live, what does he eat, because research shows that labeling object during play dramatically increases vocabulary. Now, the third play activity that we regularly rotate with our kid is a magnetic fishing toy. It has very vibrant, beautiful colored fishes that my kid loves to put in water and do the actual fishing with it. It's a great activity if your kid loves to play with water. You can ask them to catch a red fish or catch a blue fish. That way they also learn about colors. This activity alone gives me enough time to catch up on my chores or have my peaceful tea time. By the way, I have already made a full in-depth video of this toy. I will link it in the iCard above, and I will give it in the description box if you want to watch it after this video. The focus and precision your kid requires to catch a magnetic fish helps build hand-eye coordination, which is crucial for daily life things like tying your shoelaces or catching a ball. Now, the fourth must-have activity for any kid is to have an open-ended toy. So we use Jenga wooden blocks to build simple towers or bridges, or sometimes he just likes to run his car over the wooden blocks of the Jenga. There are 2 reasons I use Jenga over traditional blocks. One is because I could not find a very good quality plastic building blocks, because the ones I could find, they had very sharp edges, and if your kid were to step on it, it will really hurt. And secondly, we already had Jenga from our game nights before, so we wanted to reuse it and get creative with it. The benefit of this activity is divergent thinking and creativity, because you have same set of blocks and there are endless possibilities to play with it. My son likes to make tower, and then he'll throw a block and it all comes crashing down. For some reason, he likes to crash everything. It's actually quite fun to watch when your kid gets creative with their toys. Now, the last most important activity for any kid is an outside free play. I remember growing up playing in the mud and climbing onto the play structures every single day. I know I enjoyed it so much because it's one of the very, very few things I remember from my own childhood. So for me, getting my son out in the park every single day, it's a very special connection. I love to see him play in the mud and get all dirty and then run around the kids. I have to admit that initially he was very shy. He wouldn't even get 2 feet far away from me. But over the last few weeks, I have seen him get more and more confident in the park. He looks at what other kids are doing and like a monkey, he tries to copy it, which I think is the best way for a kid to learn, by watching other kids. Outside play and exposure to nature definitely improves mood, definitely my mood and attention, while also learning social emotional skills like sharing space or taking turns on the slide. One thing I'm really trying to achieve by outside free play is to get his sleep pattern regulated. He will be 2 years old next week and he still doesn't sleep through the night, and I think that one of the reasons is that he doesn't get tired enough maybe. So I try and target both of these things by going outside every single day. Mix these activities throughout the week and remember to follow their lead. If they're fascinated by the fishing game for 20 minutes, let them be. And if they want to turn puzzle pieces into pretend food, just roll with it. Your engagement and enthusiasm will make everything more meaningful. Drop a comment and let me know which toy your little one loves the most at this moment. And as a parent, I want to tell you that you're doing an amazing job. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up and I will see you in my next one. Bye.